Yes, it's 1 p.m. on the clock, and this is time for me, Ronak Kotecha, to talk health on Talk 100.3. And today is the day that will be mourned by the music industry, especially in India, forever, because today is the day, 31st March last year, 2022, that we saw the sudden and tragic demise of renowned Bollywood singer Krishna Kumar Kunnath, widely known as KK. Well, the news, of course, sent shockwaves through his fans and the entire entertainment community. And last year, this had become such a big news because KK died all of a sudden while he was performing, and there were also reports of injuries to his face and head that had raised further questions about the cause of his demise. And then he was, of course, while performing, he felt uneasy, and there was an autopsy that was also conducted in Kolkata, and the police embarked on a thorough investigation, and there were also reports of how the organizers were pulled up, the hotel staff was interviewed, and there was a lot of controversy also around it. But KK, as you know, has been such an integral part of the Hindi film music industry. We know him from so many blockbuster songs that he has sung, right from Tadap Tadap, from the film Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam in 1999, that of course catapulted him to new heights of fame and adoration. And of course his own singles that he had been singing in the 90s that we all grew up to, like Yaro, which is the dosti or the friendship anthem even today. And he passed away at 53, leaving an impeccable void in the music industry. And today it's been a year since we lost this incredible singing sensation KK, and it still feels hard to actually believe that he's no more. The impact he had on his fans around the world is truly not measurable. KK's songs have always set the mood for us, whether we were in school or in college or at work, and like I said, even today. But what exactly happened on 31st March 2022, and why are we talking about this today on Talk Health? It's because when it was discovered and when it was finally told by the police and the doctors that he indeed had a cardiac arrest, there were a few things that we need to really look into and understand that how something like this could have been prevented. So on 31st March last year, during a performance in Kolkata, there were clearly some health lapses that may have led to this extreme situation where KK lost his life, as per most of the reports that are out there, and you can read them. So he was performing on the stage at Nazrul Manch in Kolkata, where he suddenly fell ill. They rushed him to the CMRI hospital, but sadly the doctors pronounced him dead upon arrival. He, of course, leaves behind his wife Jyoti Krishna and his two children, Nakul and Tamara. The post-mortem examination also happened, and it revealed that KK suffered a cardiac arrest, which means his heart suddenly stopped working. Well, it seems he wasn't feeling well and had been dealing with heart problems as well. In his room, the police reportedly found various medications that he was taking, including acid reducers, syrups, vitamin C, liver supplements, Ayurvedic and homeopathic remedies as well. So on KK's first death anniversary, it is really important to reflect on some of these things that could have been avoided. Firstly, the reports indicate that there was excess fat around his heart and his cardiac valves were narrowed, putting a lot of strain on his heart. There were warning signs on 31st May apparently that KK may have ignored, which ultimately led to his premature death, as per the reports. In the morning of that fateful day, which is 31st May last year, KK told his manager that he was tired and feeling exhausted. A clear indication, of course, that something was amiss. He also reached out to his wife, mentioning discomfort in his left shoulder and arm, which are, of course, as we all know, common symptoms of a heart attack. Sadly, these signs also went unnoticed. Then he proceeded for his performance at Nazrul Manch, and he stayed on the stage for about 2 hours, and those videos are out there on Instagram, they're out there on social media, and you can see how strenuous his performance was. And because he used to put his heart and soul into a live performance, like most of the singers do, there was a lot of strain on his heart at that time as well. In fact, observers or the audience noticed him wiping his sweat and taking short breaks in between his performances, and you can see that in most of the videos that circulated immediately after the news of his passing. And this suggested that he might have been feeling unwell. Perhaps he thought it was due to the crowded venue and lack of air conditioning, which was also one of the topics of debate, and it was widely criticized as well because apparently Nazrul Manch was packed to capacity beyond the capacity that it could hold. The biggest mistake came though when KK's health worsened, and instead of heading to the hospital, he went back to his hotel at around 8:40 p.m. in the evening, because in cases of cardiac arrest, most experts always say that the time is of the essence, and immediate medical attention can make a significant difference in survival rates. Unfortunately, in KK's case, those critical minutes were lost, because if they would have rushed to the hospital, there could have been chances of him getting immediate medical help, and there could have been another outcome of this entire incident, of course. But now it's all in the hindsight, and we can only think what could have happened instead of what has happened, which is a tragic loss that we continue to mourn. All over the world, KK had fans, and his passing serves as a severe reminder for all of us to pay attention to our health, listen to our bodies, and not to ignore any warning signs like these. So let's cherish his music and remember him as an extraordinary talent that he was. Which are some of your favorite songs of KK that have been your absolute topmost songs on your playlist? The songs probably you have grown up to or partied on right even today, or when you were in college or when you were in school, like a lot of his songs which we remember.